Muggies. It's video 5 for today. I've just got through Seven Oaks, came down Middle Control Road, and there's dozers everywhere. I just crossed over the Santa Ana River there, and if you remember, if you know your area, this is where they had the Dorner shootout, Glass Road. Right here's right there on the left. And it looks like there's cars there. Like I may not have evacuated. Looks like some of the people didn't evacuate. So if you're planning on looting, there's guys sitting down there with shotguns. So I would attempt to loot. I wanted to go down here and see what's going on. Everybody's good down here. The fire's above. They're over there working Camp Radford and Clark's Grade. They're recutting Dozer cuts, cutting new ones. Like I said, it's a Dozer fest. To kind of look down here. Tropical Storm Hillary. See, I got to be careful. You know, I'm not marked as a fire vehicle. I got jacked up here one night. It was right about this time. There was two guys that one of the cabins that made it. They were sitting there, and I come rolling down, and there's a Dozer up on the hill right there. A couple of those. Oh, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let me get a picture of that. There's a bunch of Dozers going on Clark's Grade. Yeah, they're cutting that. That's a steep ass hill too. Back up and get a picture of that. It's kind of, there's a string. You can see them because they run real bright lights. And I thought I saw 4. Now I only see 2. They probably went around the corner. Let me get my picture of the Dozer guys way up there working hard tonight. See if I got it. But the river was washed out down here, right here, and the bridge was washed out. But I came down here to see how bad the washout was, and the first couple cabins were gone, but the 2 or 3 left that were left here. These guys come out there, and I know they were armed. They didn't brandish on me, but they want to know what I was doing. Oh, big ol' owler. Yeah, it must have been an owl. And I explained who I was, and I think they recognized who I was. And they may be down here. I see lights over there. They could be down here. I hope they recognize my truck. Yeah, that's 6 cabins right there. And they're just doing, you know, what I would do the same thing. Anybody come down the road and look like they didn't belong here, I would challenge them. You know, what are you doing? Where are you from? And then I met Crazy. Was it Crazy? What'd they call him? The owner of the Camp Posse Wagon? I think they called it Crazy. But yeah, the road, I think they fixed it to go around. I haven't gone around since they fixed it. Yeah, see, that was where the road went across. There was actually a bridge over there. They've kind of gone in. And what does that sign say? Posse Wagon, drive through river, do not stop. Yeah. I remember the owner saying he was going to come and carve a way to get to his camp. They were cut off. They lost like a school bus. They lost picnic tables. I think they lost other vehicles too. I think he lost some cabins. There was like 30, 40 cabins in there. You know, canoes. Wait, did they? Yeah, I think they had canoes for Jinx Lake. This lake river wasn't big enough to really. You couldn't jump over it, but it was maybe 8, 10 feet wide usually. Some places a little wider, some places a little narrower. And there's cabins strung out all down the. In fact, one's an Airbnb. I remember looking at it. I thought, man, that'd be a great place to get away. I think it was kind of spendy. It was $300. Nice cabin though, really nice. And they have power. There's electric in there, and there's fireplaces. You know, and they got some of them have propane out there. I was looking at least one of the cabins. The only problem with the cabins is I think it was private. The forestry leases, you can't do anything to them. You can't build. You can't. They're real picky on what you do. It's kind of like a what do you call it? Association, homeowners, HOA, but it's the feds. Is that fire? Yeah, those are low boys. Yeah, those are low boys right there. There's about 8 low boy trailers, the ones that trailer the Dozers, and they're right there. And I'm looking at the moon. The moon is orange or red from the smoke. Up here, there's nothing up here except for at the top that Boy Scout ranch. They got a big chunk. The Pacific Coast Trail crosses right there. PCT. If you want to do a PCT hike, you can park. There's a little parking spot. I've seen mountain lions in here, mountain quail, mountain lions, coyotes, deer, bear, bobcat occasionally. It's a nice little hike. You're about, we're lower here, 6,000 maybe, 5,500. This is Glass Road again. Fire is mostly north of here. It's across the river, north of the Santa Ana River. I need to come back and document some of that river. That's a shame they're going here like that. Straightening it out. I'd rather just keep it natural. Of course, it looks like hell with all the trees slammed up against the trees that are left standing. But it's like if Corps of Engineers have ever come in, you got your creek right and it overflows. So they'll come in and they'll put a concrete channel in, and it's straight. You know, got the banks, sea banks, and the wildlife, the nature just doesn't work for them. They tried to deal with the Mississippi River. Missouri River, where I grew up. Corps of Engineers, it took a long time for them to figure out Mother Nature likes floodplains. They just kept building levees higher and higher. Finally, some genius says, why don't we just move the people out of the floodplains and let Mother Nature spread out what she wants it? So they paid, instead of paying them every 2 years to flood damage, they bought them out and helped them move out of the floodplains, like the whole little, sometimes whole little towns. But it got so bad that Hannibal, there was a place I used to eat there, was an old whorehouse. It was turned into a restaurant. No whorehouse now, just a restaurant. But it was a great place. It was a second story balcony. You could sit there and watch the river, watch the barges go by. And I pulled in there one year, It was up by our farm, and to get something to eat, and I walk out on the balcony, and there's a 30-foot levee. And I looked at the waitress, I said, what happened to the river? She said, it's gone. I couldn't believe that. You couldn't even see the river. That was the end of, I haven't stopped there in years now. I stopped there. It's still good food. It was called Susan's, I think. But it's been 5 years since I've been there. But I'm wondering what these lights are. There was a crew over here cutting, and I think that's what that's what these guys are. And crews. They're getting ready to do their thing over here. If I came back and got a couple pictures. Thanks for watching. See ya.